Hello everyone, it's UnkleDestiny here with you. It's time to get the reading in to see what the month of January holds for everybody. We're also going to be doing the reading also for which will be a separate video for the reading for the new year of calendar year of 2019. So let's go ahead and get the ancestors and the Orishas and the various spirits in and see what the month of January holds. And stay tuned for the video for the year of 2019. Alrighty, so we have thrown the bones, and here's what we've got. Several things went off the reading surface, is what you see over here. So let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. We've got the bulk of we've got all three of our main bones. We've got the copper piece, the quartz piece, and the dice. So what we've got here it's a jumbled image, but here's the primary things. This is work. This is family or home. I shouldn't say family. We're going to say this is family and this is home. So we're going to start here with the home bone, which is sort of sitting here by itself. Not a lot of energy going to be going on into that area. Home is not going to be the biggest focus for the month of January, but it is going to be present, and it is going to be about, and I see that this is going to have more relationship with the dice, which we got number 11, and this is the groups, friendships, social causes, and society. Now this is what came up left for the month of December 2018 as well. And the aspect of what is the home, and what is your home group, what is your home set of friendships, what are the social causes that are important to your home or to the society of your home. Those are going to be the biggest things that are going on there. And you want to definitely be able to operate much more from an intellectual standpoint, but you're also going to be birthing some new things. So home may be being the safe place to develop new thoughts, new actions, and there's going to be support with that, and that's what we're seeing with the support standpoint. So for this cluster here, it's about home, it's about friendship, it's about the groups going on. Now, as I said, this one's family and this one's work. Now the work bone is just holding rather parallel. It's there on the horizon, and what I sense with that, just because we got the we have a rib bone here there's a lot of inspiration and flow, and we're floating into the family aspects, but this is acting kind of like the trampoline or the path that the family is stepping on top of. So what I see here is that work is going to be rather even. It's going to be something that you can have support. It's going to be some places it's going to be the thing that allows you to retreat from this whatever's going on here with the family. It is going to be the place that is also talking about the horizon. So there's something coming on the horizon as well. The fact that it's so close to the edge of the reading surface, so there's something that is going to be coming up, like the sun rising on the horizon, or the aspect of you're walking off into new horizons. But it's important because what is having an effect on is family. And family, which is where we got a lot of this jumbled energy, has the copper piece, so there's going to be a lot of spiritual energy put into that aspect of family, and also the quartz piece, so this is about memory. Now the fact that also where these two pieces are, they're at opposite ends of the bone where they're focused. What makes that important is the fact that whatever situation is going to be going on in January about the family, it's going to be there's going to be influences on two different ends. There's going to be a strong spiritual influence, but there's also going to be a strong influence of memory. Now, what's also as key is that if you look closely here, the bone that's broken, that's sticking off the top of this is the broken rib bone. This is the one that looks like a knife or dagger or shank, and it's at the top. And it's, again, with the fact that this is at sort of the top of the bone where the head is, and the crystal piece is associated with memory, with thought, with the record, there's going to be a lot of issues around the ideas of memory, around the ideas being painful. These are things that are going to be sticking into the head. And that's why whatever the drama that is going to be going on with family, you need work to be able to be the place to escape to and provide some balance to. Now, you notice too, as I was saying, since the crystal and the broken rib bone are here at the top of the family bone, here at the bottom, at the base, we've got a lot more support. We've got the copper piece, and this is spiritual energy coming in. So if we were to think of the body like the chakra, this is the crown, this is the root. And spirit is very much feeding into that root aspects, that root survival component, as well as the aspects of all the support factors that are coming in. So it's looking at a lot more things that I think are going to be coming much more from an emotional base towards providing, towards that root chakra, towards that sense of survivability, as opposed to the memory and thought, which is going to be spiked, so to speak. And because of that, those two very dynamic forces going on, there is an imbalance, and that's going to cause a disruption where the idea of work and going to work is going to be comfortable. Now, let's see here, what else? So we also have a cluster of bones here. They're off to the side. They're both support and balance bones. And that's coming in here with its trajectory. It's kind of off. It's going to be moving on its own path. And I think this is going to be something that is much more long term. This is something, because it's going to take quite a while if it was continuing along this path. So this is something that's going to be starting in January, but it's part of whatever's going to be going on with the new year, with the new year's reading, because it's going to be a long-term influence. But balance is the first thing that's going to be coming up. So I'm going to jump back over here to the crystal, because as I said, here's the broken rib bone, the piece of it that looks like a blade. Here's the part of it that looks like a cane or crutch, or the aspect of support. And again, we've got something that's on either sides of it. So there's an aspect where memory is going to be a crutch and comfortable and supportive, but there's also a part of it that is going to be painful, that's going to just stick in there and be unyielding. So it's figuring out what it is that's going on with family. Now, it's going to happen. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean you are the center of it. It may be very well going on with other family members altogether. So it might be sisters, cousins, brothers, aunts. You may be more in the extended family than it is in the immediate family. But it is part of the drama and the connection that that is going to be overall affecting the entire family. And by extension too, if you notice that the broken rib bone is also here next to the dice. Now the primary number that's up is the 11, but if you notice that it almost kind of looks like the 12 and the spiked rib bone are in alignment to it. Now 12 is about endings, healing, closure, and spirituality. There's the component that when some blade comes into play, it is about ending things, and some things, a wound will need to be healed, something that will need to be closed, and having that spiritual component of, is this the mortal wound? Is this the spiritual wound? And the fact that I can see the 12 so prominently with this, I suspect that, and is on the same side as the copper piece, that whatever this is going to be, it's going to be about something a situation that ended, that needs to be healed, that needs to be closure, but there is a spiritual element to it. And that is in odds in some ways with the memory. And the memory is neither spiritual, it's neither mental, it's neither emotional, it is neither physical, but it is a memory, and it is an event that happened that has had an effect that is either going to be painful or that is supportive. Can you find the supportive component into it as opposed to the painful ending elements of it? And all of that, again, is going to be going on with family. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are the center of it. It may be extended family as well. And I also want to point out that this can also be family of choice as well, the families of intention. It does not necessarily mean just the blood family. This can be the family that you have built. So there's something that's going on there that needs to be healed, that needs to be supportive, but that you're going to have to work much more from the place of emotion than you are working from the place of logic and intuition and mind. You got to look at people's emotions. So that's about what we're seeing for the month of January. Tune in and see the one for the year of 2019. This is Uncle Destiny on behalf of the ancestors, the Orisha, and all the spirits. Welcome to the new year. Ashe.